I have good news if you believe every word in the Bible is true. You no longer need to die in order to find out if you'll be going to heaven. Today I will discuss what is required according to the Scriptures for you to enter the kingdom of God. You can then answer a simple quiz to determine if you will be accepted. Ministers of Christianity teach that we only need to believe in Jesus in order to enter heaven. Their proof is in verses such as John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me. Believers in faiths other than Christianity and non-believers are therefore excluded from heaven. According to Jesus, however, admission into heaven is not that easy. Faith is not enough. We must also live a good life and do good deeds. For example, in Matthew 16:27, it says, For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Some will find this news troubling. Jesus also insisted that few souls are to be admitted into heaven. He said, Make every effort to enter through the narrow door, for I tell you that many will try to enter but will not succeed. Luke 13:24. This news is not so good. We are even told the exact number of souls that will be successful. It's only 144,000 out of all of those living, those who have died, and those yet to be born. Their religion has also been decided. As told in Revelation 7:4, I heard how many had been marked with the seal, 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. The 144,000 successful applicants all belong to the tribes of Israel. They are therefore all Jewish. Gentiles are excluded. To make matters worse, heaven only accepts virgins, and they must all be male. Females are therefore excluded, as is proclaimed in Revelations 14:3 and 4. The 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These were redeemed from among men. You know where you stand with this one. And you need to remember that the richer you are, the less likely you are to enter heaven. It says in Matthew 19:24, It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Make sure you empty your bank account before you die. We must also abandon our home and family, according to Matthew 19:29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. As if one mother isn't enough. Jesus also tells us in Matthew 19:12 that castration increases our chances of getting into heaven. He says, There will be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. A bit drastic, but that's the gospel. Sadly, if you're a bastard, or if there is one in your family going back 10 generations, then you too are excluded from heaven. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to his 10th generation, as is written in Deuteronomy 23:2. Even if you are not a bastard, remember that the number of people in 10 generations is 1,024. It is therefore likely that there is a bastard or two lurking in your background. The situation gets more problematic. We must observe the Jewish law. It states in Matthew 5:19, Anyone who keeps the law and teaches others to do so will rank highest in the kingdom of heaven. This is worrying. For example, you would need to keep the Sabbath on the 7th day every Saturday. Keeping the Sabbath means no work at all. This includes such things as writing, driving, cooking, and switching on the TV. Multiple days of fasting each year require abstinence from food and drink for 24 hours on each occasion. Eating pig and shellfish is banned. Minor genital mutilation is compulsory for males. Finally, heaven itself may no longer exist. Matthew 24:35 says, Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. What becomes of the 144,000 residents once heaven is extinguished? Entry to heaven is clearly not as simple as the ministers proclaim. Now take the quiz to assess your own chances of entering heaven. Count how many times you answer yes to the following questions. Are you Christian? Are you Jewish? Do you belong to another faith? Are you a non-believer? Are you female? Have you lost your virginity? Do you have ties with your family? Do you have a home, money, or other assets? Have you failed to keep the Jewish law? If you answer yes to just one of these questions, then the answer is no, you will not be going to heaven. The scriptures make it clear, no one qualifies for heaven. The news, however, is not all bad. Look on the bright side. No need to keep the Jewish law. Forget your doubts with respect to faith in Jesus. Cherish family ties. Feel free to defile yourself with women. Keep your home and contents. Don't empty your bank account. Males don't need to book in for circumcision and castration. Don't worry if you were born to unmarried parents. Forget the next life. Enjoy this one.